Hello and welcome to Heather and Hops. My name is Kat, or Catherine. I don't know why I give the option, but I guess if I'm in trouble or... Anyway, I'm a not so new knitter now, based in Hertfordshire, United Kingdom. And this is a podcast, sort of video cast, documenting my journey into the knitting and fibre world. This podcast is a space that I share with my lovely cat Audrey, who is currently running around the room, so that was me just... Hey, can you come and say hi? You want to come say hi? So, if you've been following, hello and welcome back. If you're new here, there has been a little situation with a cat we've lovingly nicknamed Tuxedo Cat, and that is currently what Audrey's doing. She is scouting the surrounding area for said cat, who is just, he's been a bit of a burden, he's been a bit cheeky, he's tried to get in the house a couple of times, which isn't very fair. Audrey's a little bit on edge, we're trying to manage the situation, but I'm not very good at being very loud or mean, so I'm doing my best because it's really unfair on Audrey. Likewise, I'm trying to make sure she doesn't go on anyone else's turf. But anyway, so I hope that you are sat down comfortably, or maybe you're on the move and you're listening to this. Either way, I hope you've got a lovely beverage to hand. I have my... what is it today? Oh, it's Ename, I believe, which is a Brazilian coffee roasted by Horsham Coffee Roasters. And this mug is it's actually I call them keep cups, even though that's just a brand. It's a takeaway cup that I use quite often, but it's so nice that I use it around the house quite a lot because it's the perfect flat white size. It's very good. I do recommend Horsham coffee. It's affordable and delicious, and they do a lot of direct trade and a lot of micro lots. So yeah, that was a little bit of an introduction. I will start off with what I'm wearing. This is a project that I started just after the last episode, actually, and it is a cardigan. It was an improvised cardigan using all of my scraps. So there's a few little isms with it. Nothing major, but I had a little whoopsie with my brioche stitch here. But other than that, I really love this cardigan and the way that the colours have come together. I was a bit worried is not the right word, but I was quite surprised that it came out as lovely as it has. A little bit further back. It is sort of sits just on my hips, maybe just below. It's got a gentle V. I didn't want to do anything too V'd because I'm not really the sort of person that wears that. I haven't bothered putting buttons on it, but I've already worn it quite a lot. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it, considering it is just things that otherwise might have gone into my frilly socks, or, you know, probably more cherries, but I've still got enough for some socks in the purple. And then actually this one's not mohair, so I should describe. So I held a single lace weight merino through the whole thing, and then I had 2 strands of mohair, which meant for some of it where the contrast wasn't so stark, it faded really, really nicely. But I really needed to have some purple in here, obviously, so I'm actually quite pleased with how it turned out in terms of brightness. But I just switched mohair as I went. Yeah, really pleased with it. Can't recommend a pattern, but if you want to make one, it's just English rib with a gentle V, and I knit it back and forth and then picked up and down, down, down. Yeah, very pleased with it. Yeah, and I do actually have more finished objects than I anticipated. So I also cast on another garment that I finished, and This is for the lovely Bad Wolf Girl Knits, and oh, hello. Come and show your face. She won't stay here very long, will you? Hey. Maybe you will. What? Is he there? Is he there? Oh. Do you want to play? I don't really have anything for you to play with. Bad Wolf Girl Knits. So she has created some beautiful Harry Potter garments in the past, and also some sort of witchy and Halloweeny items, and I saw her put a call out after I'd seen it. I'll show you. What are you doing? What are you doing? So she's created, getting to the point, also a very cool collection of House Pride jumpers inspired by Harry Potter. She's having a mad 5 minutes. She's also designed jumpers to match dogs, which is amazing. Okay, I have to show you again. She's found her tail, haven't you? Are you going to finish? Probably not. So, Harry Potter jumpers. Fantastic. And she put a call out for test knitters, and I don't even know why. I just immediately was like, right, yes, I probably... My coffee nearly got knocked over by the cheeky thing. Harry Potter, Hufflepuff. I just couldn't resist. So, got the pattern. I agreed that I could knit either Sport or DK, but after having a little delve into my stash, I realised that DK is probably better because I do have quite a lot that I had intentions to use for other projects that didn't end up happening or I haven't done yet, and I was happy to gift the yarn to this project. I'll show you. I haven't actually put it on yet, and it has been blocked, but Audrey has sat on it. I'm really pleased. As you can tell, I am a Hufflepuff. I hope you can tell. It's got the badges and golden snitches. The pattern actually has a paw print here, and it is gorgeous, but I ended up swapping it out. We were allowed to swap any of her charts, and she actually sent them through, which was amazing. Got the flying keys, and this reminds me of the Quidditch bit, which is all comes a bit cohesive. And I have to bring it closer because my gold is sparkly, and I know that I'm a bit more of a sucker for natural colours and natural yarns. But how could I not have a sparkly golden snitch? This yarn, however, is... So this is just a drops. I believe... Should check. It might be Nepal. Nepal or Lima. One of the two. I'll double check and I will... I'm hoping to get everything that I've done recently. She's having an absolute riot today. What are you doing? I'm getting it up on Ravelry, so I'm hoping to get a bit more up to date with the things that I've been doing. just because it's easy for, you know, to share projects and see what I've done and come back to it, as my knitting has actually got a lot more consistent and tighter and sits along a lot more designers' attention. So it's just quite interesting. But can you be a little less distracting, please, honey? No. I don't think anyone's going to be too mad. I wish I could show them. Anyway, so the gold, that's what I need to show you, because it is something I'm very proud of. And as you can see, it's reading quite accurate, I think. And I'm going to bring it closer. But I am still in awe. This was naturally dyed. I dyed it using turmeric and black tea. So I drink both tea and turmeric quite often. So I just froze a few weeks' supply and then used it to dye this merino with stellina. And yeah, really, really pleased. And I haven't weighed this yet, and I'm going to before I put it onto Ravelry. But I think maybe not to do another jumper, but maybe a little bit of a jumper, maybe the top of a yoke. And I'm kind of thinking my sister should probably have a Gryffindor one. And that is, with some burgundy, that I think that would be amazing. I think. Yeah. Really pleased. Experiments in natural dyeing is great fun. I would really like to do a bit more. And I'm hoping to. Oh goodness. And I actually have one more finished object. So when I worked with Fibre, I created a pattern called Dreaming Slow, which is a hat pattern, really simple, 5x3 rib. And the first one I knitted was a green one, and I wore that out to a show. I had my phone and my hat stolen, very strange, did not expect the hat to get stolen too. So I re-knitted that. The second one that I had knitted was a dusky pink one that sort of used this in a more vibrant pink and green, and it was sort of I loved it. I'll see if I can pop a picture. But I went to a show, and not on the show, but afterwards I was on the train, and Alex, my partner, I said to him, I was going to give this hat away today, and I felt a bit like it might have been a bit weird to offer it out to someone just because it suited her beautifully. And I was explaining this on the train with the hat, like do 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 do, and then I went to put it back on as we got off the train, and I was like, what? We searched like until we had to get off the train, and another woman, bless her, helped, but it disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. Que sera, I hope someone's really enjoying it. So I had to knit myself another one. I didn't have to, but I love these hats. This one again is just some drops with black mohair, which I had laying around. Nothing fancy, like I say, I love the decreases on this hat. But this will be really, really wearable, and as much as I don't really want to keep knitting these, not for any reason other than I've knit maybe a dozen now, I won't be too upset if this one, for some mysterious reason, gets taken. But yeah, I did this Sunday daytime when we'd had a fun weekend and just needed a bit of downtime. Cool. That's all to say on that one. The only other thing that I'm working on, I can't really show you anything that that's it. This is a test knit for the amazing Unwind Knitwear. I've knitted her by the campside cardigan, and that was a really, really fun knit. I used West Yorkshire Spinners Jacob fleece, which is basically my favourite commercial yarn ever that I've used yet anyway. It was steeped, it was really cool, very cool pattern, great construction, and this is no different. It's not It's a combination between a yoke increase and raglan jump top. It's a little t-shirt that has a little contrast just at the top, this beautiful chevron detail down the side, which isn't quite enough to really show you yet, to be honest. And it will have colour work at the bottom. Yeah, it's not... He doesn't want to focus. Play. Go on, I double dare you. No. So anyway, I'm really excited to get this a little further along. These markers are by HD Art, by the lovely Hannah Davis. They make a really nice noise when you knit with them. And she's actually just updated her Etsy, and she's got some really cool stitch markers. They sort of piece together, and the way she hand paints them all, and they almost look like landscapes and seascapes. They're beautiful. And I'm knitting this. It seems to be a bit of a drops party at the moment, but it's just because this is what I had in my stash from when I first picked up knitting and crochet. This is Drops Flora, and I'm using a black and this mix, which doesn't actually have a colour on it. It's number 3, and it is 65% wool and 35% alpaca, which makes it really nice. It's affordable, I think. Even though I got this a while ago, it doesn't really seem like I've spent money on it. And this is, I don't know why I put it in this bag, but it's living in my tea and quilt bag. It's a bit loaded. But I think this top will work out to be sort of £12, which for a little t-shirt that I think I'm going to wear this quite a bit because it's in my kind of colour wheelhouse. I thought about doing a lilac and ordering it, but I had this in stash. I'm going to use it. So yeah, that's kind of it for knitting and what I'm knitting on, and I don't know if this is... There you go. Is that better? But I have been working on another project, and recently, if you've been following or you are part of my world of Instagram, you might know that I put a call out and have had people knitting up some of my frilly socks, which is really, really exciting. Really, really exciting, just because frilly socks and mohair. But I've also managed to write up... Now, I'm a bit nervous, but I have written up the pattern for my Callagaldana top. I wore this on Saturday at Unravel. I wore this all summer. It's a little top with a tie at the back and a split, and then this texture pattern along the bottom. I wear this top a lot. I really, really enjoy the way it fits. I like that you can layer it with long sleeve tops, or, you know, wear it with nothing in the summer. So I've got 4 or 5 testers that want to knit it, which is really exciting and makes me feel a bit but so if anyone else is interested, do let me know. I don't have a deadline, I'm not really taking it too seriously, but it's something that I would like to share because I've had a few requests, which is really, really nice. Yeah, that's it for actual knitting and things, but I did manage to go to Unravel on the weekend, which was amazing. I don't know why I keep umming, but I met some really, really nice people. I met some people that I've been speaking to for quite a long time now. I've met some people that I've met at other shows. I've met people that I haven't seen since Oslo, which was amazing. A little special shout out for Jackie, Charlotte and Max. It was lovely to see you. It was lovely to meet you, Jackie and Charlotte. Brought a big smile to my face. yeah, Alex came with me. He had the option to go to a football match, but both of us aren't. No judgment if you enjoy football, but we're not really football people. So, but I'm still pretty amazed that he decided to pick coming to the Fibre show over. He got to talk about his socks quite a bit. We talked about farming with different makers, which was really, really nice. And Alex treated me really nicely and kindly to something that I've been following Woolly Originals since I discovered you could machine knit. And when we got to her stall, she was explaining about her reasoning behind different patterns and why she makes them, and both Alex and I were kind of ahhing out loud, just like, oh, it's so nice. And because of it, Alex treated me to this gorgeous purse. So this is her Highland Grove design, and it's based on 5 of the native Scottish trees, which I think's amazing in itself. The colours are obviously definitely in my kind of wheelhouse of colours, but it also, part of the money that she makes from making these and selling these goes back to the Scottish charity Trees for Life, and that charity works on rewilding the forests up in Scotland and the Highlands. So for us, this was kind of, it was not just a beautiful piece and something that I'm going to use a lot, but it goes through to a lovely company, and then it goes to a lovely maker and a lovely charity and back into nature. So for us, it's kind of what buying a product should feel like. It's wonderful. But I really do recommend Woolly Originals. It's gorgeous. The way it's made is really robust, and I don't want to ruin the lining or pull it around too much, even though I know it's strong. But it's lined and it's got her lovely Woolly Originals stamp on the inside. Yeah, I kind of don't want to take the tag off, but I do really want to start using it. Gorgeous. And the only other thing that I purchased was a little bit of yarn that I will try and insert a picture of it before I caked it, but I got excited. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with it. I have an idea, but until I can make it really start it, I don't want to say it out loud because it might not happen, and that's fine. But yeah, so these are 2 incredibly predictable colours from the lovely Whistle Bear, and this is her I'll say it wrong, Cuthbert sock base, and they are a gorgeous farm based in Northumberland, and actually we went to Hunting Hall farm just down the road. I didn't know they were so close, otherwise we would have visited them as well. I would love to go and visit, but this, I'll get the makeup wrong unless I read it. Yeah, so it's 80% Wensleydale and 20% mohair. And because of that, I was having a good old chat with them, and it says no pong on the label, and I didn't ask about it, but given how enthusiastic I was about mohair, she was explaining to me that the reason that if you knit this into socks and you wear it a lot when you're walking, that it doesn't smell is because the fibres are so smooth that the bacteria can't attach itself to it, basically, which I thought was kind of cool. Natural, untreated, perfect. And I love the colours too, obviously. So yeah, that is kind of all I've got to say this week, I think. It's been a really, really nice time for me on the last couple of weeks, talking to people and sharing the knitting community. Special shout out to Mickey from Skenehead, who is just wonderful. If you're interested in books or Jane Austen, I do highly recommend going over to her Instagram and having a little look at the new t-shirt and bag she's just released. It's very cool. Skane Austin is what the text reads. Amazing. And then also Knitting is Metal, who is also unforgivably herself and sharing what she does. And it's just really nice. So yeah, I just thought I'd have to send out some love. And I don't think I've got anything exciting to share with you, particularly other than that. I'm working at the weekend, which is nice. A fashion event, I think. So that'll be interesting. Fashion guru here. And also, yeah, seeing a few friends and planning the future. So anyway, I hope you have a lovely time with your friends and family, no matter what that is doing over the next couple of weeks. I hope you get a bit of time to knit or crochet or make, do something that makes you feel slightly more at peace in this kind of chaotic world that we're in at the moment. And if you need a reminder to breathe, slow down, consider this, that, this, either way. Have a lovely time no matter what you get up to, and I hope to see you again very soon.
Where did you say, Kat?
Can I get a contrast colour? Other than Whistledown.
And all the other ones, that are your favourite?
No. Whistledown or Unravel?
This was pre-war. This was these two. Was that Spectrum?
It's insane.